Kyodo News English World。
皆さんこんにちは。こちらは共同通信英文記者のポッドキャストです。英文記者は国内外で起きている出来事について取材してオリジナルの英文記事を発信したり、日本語のニュースを英語に翻訳したりしています。共同通信の英語の記事をテーマに、いろんな国から集まる仲間たちと英語と日本語を交えていろいろディスカッションしていけたらと思っています。今日は3人の記者でお届けします。私は堀内純子と申します。共同通信には2009年に入社しました。2年ほど松江支局で日本語の記者もしていました。よろしくお願いします。
Hi there, everybody. My name is Eduardo Martinez, and I've been here at Kyodo News for about 2.5 years now. I'm originally from Brisbane, Australia. It's nice to meet you all.
はい、皆さんこんにちは。私は山口祐希と申します。2021年に、英文記者の部署である海外部に移動してきました。それまでは日本語の記者をしていました。主に経済分野などを取材しています。よろしくお願いします。
では今日の記事ですけれども、日本でカスハラ対策が広まっているという記事です。まず見出しをエドさん読んでもらってもいいですか。
Japan service sector staff set to get protection from abusive customers.
サービス業で働いている従業員を守るために日本がいろいろ対策を取っているという記事です。最初のところを読んでもらってもいいですか。
In Japan, the customer has long been regarded as akin to loyalty.But the tradition appears to have found its limits, with both authorities and service sector firms recognizing the need to start protecting staff from overbearing or abusive behavior from members of the public. Kasuhara has become Japanese slang for customer harassment, with some victims ending up leaving their jobs or suffering from mental illness as a result of behavior ranging from verbal abuse to being forced to apologize by kneeling and prostrating themselves.
カスタマーハラスメントを訳してカスハラと日本語では言うんですけれども、これは和製英語のようですね。
Yes, I'm trying to think of how we say it in English. Customer harassment. I mean, that kind of makes sense as well in English.
Yeah.
Why did you decide to write this story, Horichi-san?
Oh, yeah, actually, I started by writing customer harassment, but the editor said it's Japanese English, and it's better to say abusive customers.
Yeah, customer abuse.
Customer abuse
yes,
is more
correct.
common. Yeah. So, yeah, we also say power harassment. Power harassment is also Japanese.
Yeah, that's a very wasei-eigo.
Wasei-eigo. So,
yeah. Abusive power or abusive authority. Things like that. Yeah.
So customer harassment is also wasei-eigo.
Yeah, I think customer abuse is a more commonplace in English. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I thought it was interesting because in Japan, customers are regarded as like gods. In Japan, service sector is known for politeness. Yeah, but now there's a situation where we can't just respect everything that the customers say.
How do people usually react then if they encounter an abusive customer? Do they just kind of take it and they don't really respond, or?
なんかそれが普通のような気がしますね。日本の会社だとなんか変なお客さんがいたとしても結構その役割に徹して申し訳ありませんでしたみたいな、内心ではすごいムカついてるけども役割を演じてしまう、そういうのが多い気がします。
そうですよね。お店でこれは自分が頼んだものでないっていう主張するお客さんがいたとしても、申し訳ございません、すいませんって謝る人が多い気がしますね。
So even if you know the customer is in the wrong, you still have to act as though it's your fault and apologize.
まずすみませんって言いますよね。
Wow.I wonder what the situation is like in Australia. Like, it must be like different from Japan.
Yeah, there are similarities, but I think Japan is, across the world, I think it's very well known for its very unique and really like rigid form of customer service. I think it surprises a lot of foreigners. It definitely surprised me when I first came here, and I understand what you say. They treat you like a god, like they speak to you in the most formal language. And yeah, as a customer, it feels quite nice to be treated that way. In Australia, it's very different. Say, for example, if you're at a cafe, it's almost like, they greet you very casually, almost as though they're even a friend of yours or something. It's like, hi, how you doing? What can I get for you today? Please have a seat. Like it's, I think in Australian culture, it would be very strange unless it's, say a very extremely high-end restaurant, black tie event. It'd be very strange for you to be spoken to so formally. People speak to you very, very casually. I think that's the kind of environment that they want to create. And then when it comes to, say, customer abuse, when it happens in Australia, I think to a degree, sometimes, you have to put on a face for your company, and you might take responsibility for something that may have been the customer's fault. I think when it comes to real abuse, it's far less tolerated, or it's not considered I don't think a bad thing to tell the customer, I'm sorry, say you ordered this package, this is exactly the package that you ordered, this is, here's the data, here is this is the only package you've ordered. So permissible for you to stand up for yourself if a customer is kind of starting to treat you, especially in an abusive manner.
コミュニケーションのスタイルがそうですよね。もっと人間関係っていうかね、日本だと役割対役割みたいな感じですけど、もっと人間関係的なね、パーソナルな感じだと、そういう、アビューシブなことを受けた時にもちょっと跳ね返しやすいっていうのがあるかもしれないですね。
Have you ever encountered, maybe you've been out somewhere and have you seen any examples of customer abuse here in Japan?
一回経験あるのは、レストランだったんですけど、やっぱりオレンジジュース頼まれた方が、これはオレンジジュースじゃないって、すごいそこの部屋、もうフロア全体で聞こえるぐらいの大きさで、すごい訴えてるお客さんがいて、なんかちょっと周りの人も困ってるし、対応したさんも困ってるっていう状況に遭遇したことがあります。
Wow, so they were given orange juice, but they said it wasn't orange juice.
そうですね。はい。
Wow, so
そういうのがある。
what happened then? Did they swap the orange juice?
そうですね。またオレンジジュース持ってきてたりしてましたね。
Wow.
はい。
I wonder what the problem was then. Yeah.
そうですね。私がよく見るのは満員電車とかで駅員さんに結構怒ったりとか、駅員さんが仕事してるだけなのにいつ電車来るんだよとか、いろんなトラブルの矛先が駅員さんに向けられて駅員さんかわいそうだなって思ってるのは結構ありますね。
That's very sad.
そうですね。で、それでやはり心身不調をきたしたり、あと、離職を選んでしまう方もいるようなので、企業とか政府、東京都も今条例の提出を目指しているようですけれども、対策を取ろうとしているということですね。
エトさん、オーストラリアでそういう事例に遭遇したことありますか？
I think I'm sure I have several times. I used to work in a supermarket when I was in university. And then I worked in a call center as well at one point, offering kind of technical service for I'm not going to say which mobile phone brand, but a very famous mobile phone brand named after a fruit. And I guess in a sense they do train you to sort of try and de-escalate a situation when a customer is being confrontational, especially at that in that technical support job. It was a lot harder. They told us that it was really hard to just outright say no to a customer unless they were being plainly abusive. You have to really try and work with them and try and find a solution with them. So yeah, I had several encounters like that. So for example, I spoke to this one lady who she had a very old, not a mobile phone, but a laptop. And the laptop was so old that it couldn't update to the latest version of software. It was not eligible to update to that. And she was like, so I told her, I was like, it's not going to do it. So you just need to get a new laptop. I'm sorry. And she said, you just want me to spend more money because it's too old. I was like, well, and I mean, I can't tell her. It's like, yes, because your laptop is more than 10 years old now. It's very old, but that was the reality of the situation. And this woman just wouldn't accept that, she's got this old piece of technology now. So in those situations, it's very tricky, right? Because I can't tell them buy a new laptop, but you have no other option. Right? So
なるほどなるほど。難しい舵取りが求められる。
サービス業は本当大変ですよね。
Yeah, so I'm very glad I don't have to work in customer service anymore.
いやでもね、この機運がね、拡大して、このサービス業の人たちの働き、環境がね、もっと良くなっていくとね、いいですよね。
そうですね。ありがとうございました。そろそろ時間になりました。共同通信では、共同ニュースプラスというサイトで、日本や世界で起きた出来事について英語のニュースを配信しています。今日ご紹介した記事も掲載されていますので、ぜひチェックしてみてください。それでは皆さん、See you next time!